Welcome to another training session. In today's session, we will learn how we can make a logic to keep track of the status of a motor. Is it running, stopped, or tripped using a ladder logic? And we will show the current status of the motor on the HMI. Before starting, I would really like to thank all of you guys for supporting my channel and putting some lovely comments under some videos. In case if you are new to this channel, please subscribe to my channel and press the bell icon for more upcoming video tutorials. First of all, we will open the Simatic Manager software and create a new project in it. Next, we will insert S7300 station and open the hardware configuration. Next, we will insert a rail and a CPU 314-2DP. Next, we'll open the properties of the digital IOs and open the addresses and change the starting addresses of the inputs and outputs to 0. In the last, we will save and compile the hardware configuration. Next, we will open the 314 CPU and go to the organization block OB1. In this block, we will make the ladder logic for the today's project. In network 1, we will make a motor control logic. We will insert a NO contact M10.0 and this NO contact will be triggered from the HMI screen to start the motor. Next, we will insert a NC contact M10.1. This NC contact will also trigger from the HMI screen to stop the motor. Next, we will insert an output coil Q0.0. The output Q0.0 is a motor contactor. Next, we will make a simple hold-on logic by inserting the NO contact Q0.0 in the parallel to the M10.0 start bit. Next, we will insert another contact I0.0. This is the NC contact of the motor overload protection. In case of the overload, this NC contact will open up and turn off the motor contactor. In the network 2, we will make a logic to keep track of the current status of the motor. First of all, we will insert the NO contact of Q0.0 motor contactor. When the motor is on, the contact will be closed. When this contact closes, it will move the value 1 in the data register memory word 2. This data register will keep track of the current status of the motor. Next, we will insert the normal close contact of Q0.0 motor contactor. When the motor is stopped, this contact remains closed and it will move the value 2 in the memory word 2. Next, we will insert the NO contact of the I0.0 input bit, which is the motor overload protection. When this bit is on, it will move the value 3 in the data register memory word 2. Next important thing, we will insert a NC contact of I0.0 after the NC contact Q0.0 so that value 2 moves to the memory word 2 only when the motor is not tripped and it is only stopped manually. Next, we will save the ladder logic and open the WINCC software for HMI programming and create a new project in it. Next, we will integrate this HMI project with the Simatic Manager PLC project. Next, we will select the HMI MP177 and click on the Finish button. Once the new HMI project is created, we will zoom in a bit to have a better look on the screen. First, we will insert 2 buttons on the screen. First button will be used to start the motor. Next, we will go to the event menu for the start button and select the press function. Next, we will select the set bit function. Next, we will select the bit which we want to set on. We will go to the project tree and open the symbol table and select M10.0 start bit. So whenever we press the start button, it will set on the start bit M10.0 in the PLC. Next, we will select the release function and select the reset bit function from the drop-down menu. Next, we will select the start bit M10.0. So whenever we press the start button, it will turn on the bit M10.0. And when we release the start button, it will turn off the start bit M10.0. Next, same way we will set the function of the stop button and link this button with the stop bit M10.1. So whenever the stop button is triggered, it will trigger the stop bit M10.1. Next, we will insert a pump symbol on the screen. Next, we can insert a rectangle shape on the HMI screen. The color of this rectangle will change correspond to the current state of the motor. We will go to the animation menu for this rectangle and enable it. We will first select the tag memory word 2 and set the values of this tag animation as 1, 2, and 3. When the value of the memory word is 1, the color of the rectangle should be green, indicating that the motor is running. Next, when the value of the memory word 2 is 2, the color of the rectangle will be red, indicating that the motor has stopped. Next, when the value is 3, the color of the rectangle will be red and the red color will be flashing also, indicating that the motor is tripped. Next, we will upload the ladder logic in the simulator and run the CPU. Next, we will run the HMI runtime. As you can see that right now the motor is stopped and the move function moves the value 2 in the memory word 2 and the rectangle color is red, indicating that the motor is stopped. Next, if we press the start push button, it will turn on the motor and the move function moves the value 1 in the memory word 2 and the rectangle color is changed to the green, indicating that the motor is running. Again, if we press the stop push button, the color of the rectangle turns red. Next, if we turn on the motor again by pressing the start push button, the value 1 moves into the memory word 2 and the rectangle color turns green. Now let's simulate the trip condition of the motor by forcing the input I0.0. As you can see that the motor is now tripped and the value 3 is moved into the memory word 2 and the rectangle color is red and it is blinking also now. This indicates that the motor has tripped. So that's the end of the today's tutorial. I hope you have learned something today. Please do share, like, and subscribe to my channel. And till next time, take care and goodbye.